obviously we didn't sort it out very well to let the puck get into the slot, but I think after that it's just unlucky. It's unfortunate. Obviously it goes off my stick. I'm just trying to keep it out of the net, obviously, and it's just a bad bounce.
You had a couple goals against it, quick hitter, like 55 seconds or something earlier on in the game. There are just a couple of letdowns tonight that were pretty costly.
Yeah, obviously the first one, I get stripped there. That puck should probably just go in, so that's obviously on me. But I think just the quickness of the two of them deflated us a little bit. So obviously something to look at.
Similar kind of maybe in game one, Leon, you guys were down, and then you guys didn't give up anything. Corey said it was kind of tough after going up 2-0 to create offense. What do you feel you need to do to get back on track creating offense?
Just get back to what we did the first 10 minutes, moving our feet, making plays. Just get back to that.
Yeah, how do you feel like the team's game has gone since game one overall? Do you feel like there's room for improvement, or how do you
certainly. It's a little, I think, inconsistent the last two nights. Stretches where we're playing really well, and then stretches where we're giving up a little too much, spending too much in our D zone. So we'll look at it.
So obviously it's a tough way to lose a game here. How do you guys deal with this as a group? How long do you stay frustrated for, and how quick you got to move on to the playoffs?
I mean, there's no time. Obviously, it stings. Right now, it's an unfortunate way to lose, but that's on us. And tomorrow's a new day. We'll move on.
How do you take stock of where the series is at? You're close to going to overtime with potential goal 3-0, but you're still up 2-1.
Yeah, it's nice to be up 2-1 still. Obviously, 2 days from now, there's a new chance to go up 3-1 and go back to Vegas.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of jump after that, and for whatever reason, they're a good team though. They play well. They capitalize on a few rushes, and we have to limit those mistakes.
They seem to have a couple letdowns, maybe 59, 54 seconds, whatever. They get a couple, and then last 10 seconds kind of thing too. Just these little letdowns costly.
Cost us tonight, I guess. I don't really know what happened on the last play. I haven't really seen it, but but you can go back, start, a couple turnovers early. They did have some chances. Stu made some big saves for us, and he was there all night for us, and that's not the way we play normally. We're normally a forechecking team, and we didn't have that.
Think back to the first game and the way you guys played and defended, that sort of thing. It's been a little different the last two. What do you think has changed?
Oh, they're a good team. They're going to make plays. They're going to look at tape and figure out different things and way to come at us, and we're going to do the same. We're a good team in here as well. So you got to look at the bright side. We're still up 2-1. That's the bright side of everything, and take tomorrow and get ready for the next one.
I was going to ask, you said you're up 2-1. How do you take stock of the series when you're had a chance to go into overtime with it being up 3-0? How do you kind of look at the series?
I mean, it's probably more deflating losing the way we did, not getting overtime. But it's happened twice to us in these playoffs, and it's you use that as motivation. Just what if, and you come back and be ready for the next one and play strong. I mean, we didn't have our best stuff tonight. We can look around the room and everybody will say the same thing. So we had that opportunity, and we know that we can be a lot better.
Pretty quick in the first probably 5 minutes, and then kind of settled down. Obviously lots of energy. I had a lot of excitement. First game in a while, first game at home in the playoffs. So the energy was really high. It was nice to go back in there. Not the result that we wanted, obviously, and we'll get better and move forward.
What did you see on the final goal?
Yeah, I mean, Carlson, he just threw it out there, which you knew he was going to do. And then I thought he was going to shoot it right away. I thought he didn't have that much time. So I kind of just sprawled, went out there. I stayed with him for another half second, and then catches us with 0.4 seconds left. Devastating. But again, things happen. Got good bounces, tough bounces. Happens for everybody. So just move forward.
How important do you think for you was it those big saves in the third? Your team's down 3-2. You made a few real key saves.
Yeah, I mean that's a goalie's job, is to just give your team a chance to win every night, right? I thought I did, but again, like, it's just like a couple tough bounces here and there. I mean, we had a great bounce that kind of went off a skate, went in. Those types of things happen. So yeah, I was happy that I was able to make a couple big saves when we needed. But again, wasn't able to finish it out.
How nervous were you because you hadn't played for so long?
There's definitely some nerves, but it wasn't too bad. I mean, I've been in a situation like this a few times. Played a solid amount of NHL games, played a good amount of playoff games, so I know what it's all about. So yeah, there's obviously some nerves because you want to do well, you want to play well, you want to get the win. So I think everyone's nervous. I mean, playoff hockey.
What now, Stu? You just keep yourself ready in case you tapped in late in game 4?
Yeah, I mean, no matter what's going to be happening in the future, I'm going to stay ready. Whenever they call my name, I'll be ready to go in and, just do my best out there.
Stu, Corey Perry noted that, this is the second time in the playoffs, going back obviously game 1, where you guys have allowed a last-minute goal in that fashion to lose the game. What do you kind of make of that? What goes into something like that, I suppose?
I'm not exactly sure. I mean, it's completely different scenarios, but you know that they're going to push. Yeah, I'm not really too sure how to answer that question, to be honest.
You guys win 6 in a row. It goes pretty well for you for a long time. It's the playoffs. Losses are inevitable. I'm not saying you expect to lose, but is anyone surprised that you didn't 16-0 here?
I mean, 16-0 is pretty close to impossible, but yeah, I mean, we've been hot. We've been able to get our chances. We've been scoring goals. Cal's been playing great, making big saves at big times. So yeah, I mean, I don't. Expectations is kind of a funny thing. Yeah, you expect us to win, expect us to lose. It doesn't really matter what anybody expects. Nobody really knows what's going to be happening. We had no idea that they were going to score with 0.4 seconds left. You can't really expect too much. So it's our job just to play hard every single night, do our best, show up, be good teammates, and just battle through it. And I think that we've been doing that.
Does the goalie look at the clock? Does the goalie look at the clock to stop you there in the last few seconds?
Not the last few seconds, no. Just especially when Carlson's coming in with so much speed. So I'm not really counting down the seconds. I'm more so just I have a awareness that it's not a lot of time. So that's kind of why I played it the way that I played.
Stu, how do you take stock of where the series is at? Could have gone to overtime with a chance to go up 3-0, but you're still up 2-1. How do you kind of balance those two things?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're still up by 1. So it's our job just to show up again next night, play our hardest, and try to make this thing 3-1. But again, we can't go chasing that. We got to stick to our process and keep doing what we're doing, play well in all areas of the ice. And I think if we do that, we just give ourselves the best chance.
Help you win games, and you guys didn't manage situations sometimes with the puck, the amount of turnovers through the first 2 periods, and even in the final seconds very well.
Yeah, anytime there's turnovers in the neutral zone, you don't want. We're not a team that's going to always dump and chase and put it behind. You never want any mistakes, but it is the game, and you try and limit those as much as possible. The game-winning goal, we're in good position. We've got, really it's a 1-on-3. He dumps the puck and they retrieve it, and we're just playing a little desperate to try and make the play, block the shot, and what happens is they make a play, and unfortunate that that's the end of it.
You can make an argument tonight your best player was 6 days away from turning 40. Do you need more out of everyone?
I don't know about that. Corey put in a really good game tonight, and I think some other guys did too. But we know Vegas is a good team. They're not going away, and we're going to need everyone chipping in and playing as best as they can.
Chris, leads, for both teams have been tough to hang on to, series, and I guess maybe in the playoffs in general. Like, what are you kind of seeing, you know, whether when they're leading, when you guys are leading, they're just tough to hang on to, it seems.
Yeah, I have no understanding why the leads have been changing as much as they have been. You know, I don't see teams changing how they're playing. You know, they're making mistakes. You know, we made a couple mistakes early or later in the first half, or second half of the first period, which you know, it's unfortunate. Anytime you get the 2-0 lead, you know, you want to stick with it, keep pushing, playing the same way, making it hard for them to generate things, because ultimately they have to cheat a little bit of the game to get back in the game. But I don't feel like they had to cheat to create any offense. I think we just made some mistakes and gave that to them. You
had held fairly firm with your lines the last number of games. You made some tweaks there late second, maybe third period. What sort of, how'd you split those guys up? What were you looking for, and what did you think you saw after that?
Just balancing our lineup a little bit, and yeah, getting a few more guys going, that's all.
Chris, how did you think Stu played in goal, not having played in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's a tough situation. I think he made some really big saves, especially early in the game on the penalty kill. Again, I don't think there's any bad goals. It's just we put him out in difficult situations to defend.
The last play of the game where they won, it looked like he was challenging the shot, but it's one of those ones where the Vegas player, rather than shoot, just went around him. I mean, the goalie's probably figuring at that time of the clock, he's just hammering the puck at me.
Yeah, not only Stu, but everyone on the ice is just desperation mode. Everyone's selling out to make that last save, and unfortunately there was just an extra 0.4 seconds on the clock to allow that play to happen.
Chris, could you maybe just break down what happened on their third goal with that line change?
We just got caught out there a long time, and we just had a change which led to the goal against, and it leads to just not being able to sustain pressure, and that happens in the second period when you have to defend a long period of time, and then you can get one, maybe two guys off, but I think we had a little more of a wholesale change.
Chris, it felt like you guys were by far the best team in game one for 40, maybe even 50 minutes. How do you make, or what do you make of your team's game over the last couple of games since then?
I think there's areas to improve on. I think in the first two games, I was very surprised that we were able to win both games without winning the special teams battle. Tonight was a different story. The penalty kill did their job. Power play gets a goal. So I felt that, if we can win that special team battle, we'd be in a much better position. And unfortunately, we were able to still lose the game. So, yeah, there's things that we can get better at. I think our energy, our execution the first period was good. We just got to maintain that.
So you score a late goal in the third period. You're moments away from going to overtime with a chance to go up 3-0. You're still up 2-1. So how do you kind of parse that? What do you kind of make
before
of
the series starts, if you were to tell us that we were going to be up 2-1 after 3, we'd be happy. We'd be very pleased with that. And not only up 2-1, but game 4 at home. And, we're looking forward to that.